Hello and welcome to the RCB podcast powered by Kotak Mahindra Bank. You mentioned you met Sachin Tendulkar and there was Ricky Ponting, and it's quite a camp to be a part of. What was it like around them? Do you remember the first day that you walked in and saw these people?
I don't really remember the first day, but I do remember pretty much every game that we played. Whenever Sachin put his bag down, I would put my bag down right next to his and just try and chat to him normally, try to treat him like a normal human being. I know that people can sort of fanboy him a fair bit and can get a bit giggly. I just tried to become friends with him and try to be as normal as possible, and I think he really liked that, especially for a young player, just to be able to have the confidence to come up and talk to him normally and have random conversations. It wasn't always about cricket, but just about things outside of the game, and he was great. He was really open with me, and was able to sort of just watch him, the way he goes about his training, his different training techniques, and I'd already known Punter for a little bit of that, and we ended up playing county cricket straight after the IPL, so we went from that to play for Surrey together. So that was an amazing experience. And the same thing, we were staying in the same hotel complex and having dinner together, and I had to pinch myself as a young player. I think I was 2013, so I would have been 24, and to have that experiences at that age is just incredible.
What was it like to be a part of Kings 11 Punjab, and you didn't perform to the best of your abilities, right? I mean, what didn't work for you there?
Yeah, so I probably had, I think I had 5 years at Kings 11, and 2 of the years were really good. I felt like they were really successful. The first one, obviously, I was MVP of the league. The second one, I was captain, and I performed really solidly throughout the year. I think I scored over 300 runs, had about 10 wickets as well, and I felt like that was actually my better year, despite the fact I probably didn't get as many runs. But when I made those runs, we won the games. I think my highest score was 46 or 47, but I made it on about 4 or 5 occasions, not out, finishing the game, because that was my role as captain. And I was really proud of the way that I played that year, and ended up getting released by Kings 11 that year and going to Delhi the following year, and then having a year off. So that was obviously a hard time. I think the previous 2 years they weren't very good, and I probably struggled to get any rhythm or any momentum throughout the tournament. And last year was a bit of a nightmare. Nothing really went right, and it can be hard work, T20, when you're a middle order player. You're not getting a lot of balls in the middle. You're not getting a lot of consistency. KL and Mike were making truckloads of runs. Nicky Puran was smacking them as well. So a lot of the time I ended up facing less than an over or 2, and there's not a lot to sort of get momentum, and you can train as much as you want, but if you don't have that in-game momentum, it makes it really hard to rediscover at any stage throughout the tournament. And I found I was just searching. I was going into every game and I was like, feels like I haven't batted for 6 months. Like, even though I've been training every day, every time you go into a game, it's just, I've got no rhythm whatsoever. And it was just probably down to it. We had so many top order batters playing well. Then we brought Gale in, and I was pushed another spot down the order, and I was like, I'm getting even less balls here, so it's going to be even tougher. And I actually went to him, I said, you might as well not play me, because I'm not like Andre Russell where I can come out and just hit the first ball for 6. I need time. And they to their credit, they stuck with me because I was bowling really well and I was fielding and doing a lot of work with the captain, with the bowlers. But yeah, I think batting wise, if you don't get that rhythm early on the tournament, it's really hard to rediscover. And as I said, they brought in the big guy Gale, who came out and smacked him as well, and it just sort of left less and less balls for me to actually give myself some time and get some rhythm, and never found it, unfortunately.
You've played for 4 different franchises, but for some reason the red and dark blue, and the lion just suits you. Talking about the RCB colors, what makes you feel so at home here? What makes it so special for you?
I think it's probably the atmosphere that we've created. I think amongst the team and the group, we've just created a space for people to like show themselves, show their actual personalities out there, be real to themselves, let themselves play and express themselves in the way that they want to be, they want to play, and that's a really powerful thing to create, and that comes from staff, our appearances that we do. It filters through. So if you have a hard time doing appearances or whatever it is, or there's just things going wrong constantly, and while you're in a hotel in another country, it can really weigh you down, and then little things start to creep in. You get the shits at that, you get the shits at training, and just little things start to affect you, and it just feels like we've been on top of a lot of things from day one, and that goes from the coaches as well. They stamp out anything that could become a distraction, and just make you feel really calm and at peace with pretty much everything that's going on, which is rare, believe me. And it's a couple of the franchises I've worked at, there can be so many external unnecessary distractions and stresses that just they shouldn't make a difference, or they should be able to be taken care of, but they're just right there staring you in the face, and it's nice to have that taken away.
Listen to all the episodes of the RCB podcast on Spotify, Gaana, Amazon Prime Music and Apple Podcasts.
ये है मेरा ड्राइवर्स लाइसेंस, माई मेट्रो कार्ड, और ये है मेरा फैन कार्ड।